Ball will go to Mill Creek. Lady Wildcats win the first game. 30-22 the final score. Mill Creek coming off of an impressive tournament performance at the Coleman Christmas Classic, where they were the champions for the boys' side. Post up kicks it back out. Hughes penetrates, drives, and he is fouled. He'll go to the free throw line to start the game. Like to once again thank Pittman Oil and Gas, the Snack Shack, our broadcast sponsor for today's doubleheader coverage here at Mill Creek High School. Bells them both, early 2-0 lead Bullfrogs. And stolen, anticipated by Mill Creek. Down the court they go, already to the hoop. Score it. Potential three-point play for Hunter Hughes. Hunter and Bryson Allen likewise were all-state players, just didn't get sponsors for their belts. If anybody wants to sponsor them, you're free to do so. Just reach out to Greg Goodrich, 405-492-8825, or you can email prepnationtv@gmail.com. Lastly, you can contact us on our X or Facebook page, Prep Nation. Tenacious defense early on by the Bullfrogs. We have a push-off. Going to see if that's offensive or defensive. So that is going to go against the Bullfrogs on the reach-in, number 12. Five-second shot violation or pass. Goes to the hoop, can't get it, gets his own rebound, squares up, stolen. And the second still the game for number 33. To the hoop he goes, misses the layup. Much faster pace, three-point shot on its way, no good. Mr. 33 is bringing the heat today. Been involved in every stop or steal in the game so far. Oh, can't quite come down with it. Maintains possession, but he does travel. Three fouls early on against Thackerville, one against Mill Creek. 4-0 lead for the Bullfrogs. You're watching PNTV doubleheader coverage here at Mill Creek High School. Class B matchup between the Wildcats and the Bullfrogs. To the hoop, scores. Thackerville on the scoreboard. Ooh, rejection. Nicely done. Here come the Wildcats. Four-two ball game. 4:17 remains in the first quarter. Another steal for the Bullfrogs. Hughes takes it coast to coast, puts it up, scores. Definitely a potential all-state player. And we're going to count the bucket and head to the free throw line. Potential three-point opportunity. Mill Creek was no good on their back end trying. Wildcats trying to trim this lead now just to a one single point. Some sharp blue shoes over there he's tying. So both teams unsuccessful in potential three-point plays. Otherwise, been pretty evenly contested so far. To the hoop, layup is good. Hard to defend against that athletic jump. Looked like he was going to try to put a shot in play, and the defender stayed back and pretty much just allowed him to close the gap and roll it, gift wrap it all the way up into a layup. Cross-court pass, jump shot is on its way, no good. Almost with the rebound. Nice pass, recover, slows it back down again, top of the key. Long three is no good. Rebound Bullfrogs. Double pass, second shot, way off the mark, no good. Just a little off on the jump, but gets the putback. Nicely done, young man. Sometimes it's better just to reset the play, come back to your feet, post up. That's exactly what he did. Ooh, he was wide open. Still wide open on the three. Wide open. Yep, going to take it the second or third time. Make some pay. You may not want to leave him that wide open again. 2:22 remains here in the first quarter. Yet another steal. Picks, dishes, double pass, turns it over. Just a little too much trickeration at the end. Probably should have just taken the shot. Jump shot is off the mark. Rebound. Kicks it out. Three-pointer, no good. Gets his own rebound, hustles it up, pump fake, shoots, no good. And the travel. Timeout. Nolan Henry for, or we may just have a player substitution, so correction on that. Thought he was going to call a timeout. And I stand by my original statement and uncorrect my correction. 1:23 remains in the first quarter. Your score, Mill Creek 10 and Thackerville 6. Wide three off the mark. Crashes the board, pump fake, puts it back up, fouled. At the free throw line now to shoot a pair. Nothing but net. Jacks it up. Nothing but net. That's a nice looking stroke there. Mill Creek had their lead cut to 2 twice now in the game. Going to be a third shot opportunity. Top of the key. Jump shot is good. So the teams trade the daggers from 3-point live. Off the mark. Gets his own rebound or puts it back up. Block shot. I'd be shocked if this team is not ranked in the top 15 next week's poll. Definitely should be, in my opinion. I'm not saying that they're going to unseat Wilson, Henrietta, Calumet, some other schools that are firmly entrenched at the top of Class B, but they definitely have a legitimate shot with their size, quickness, and ability to get second, third shot opportunities. Your score through 1, Mill Creek 14, Thackerville 9. Ooh, they close like a freight train. Very fast teams. So yet another three-pointer, and it is back to a 2-point lead once again. Just like that, Bullfrogs respond. Back-to-back buckets, 4-0 run now for Mill Creek. It's for the headset. 5:58 remains here in the second quarter. Six-point lead, 18-12. 5:35 remains. Travel is the call. Mill Creek will turn it over. Substitution. Number 10 will enter the floor. 23 will head to the bench. 5:23 remains. You're watching PNTV coverage doubleheader action here at Mill Creek High School. Thackerville likewise makes a substitution. 14 to the bench, 32 back on the floor. Been a relatively fresh, clean, smooth second quarter. Only one foul called. First timeout and only timeout was in the first quarter. So it's been pretty much open play, very fast pace. Beautiful shot again, the one-hander. And definitely some talent on the Thackerville side as well. Block over the back. I don't know if he had range of motion on the shot yet, but we'll see. They're going to give it to him, so Hughes will be at the line to shoot. That'll be the second team foul of the quarter. However, the third foul on number 32. So just like that, 32 came in about 30 seconds maybe, and he is right back on the bench picking up his third foul of the game. And gets a favorable bounce back to a 6-point lead, 20-14 Bullfrogs. Just a reminder, our schedule for the rest of the week, in case you want to tune in and watch some Prep Nation games and award presentations. Tomorrow night, we'll be at Ripley High School to honor head coach Donnie Hoffman, his 1,000th career win, making him the 19th coach in Oklahoma history to do so. We'll be covering the Ripley game against Morrison, a doubleheader. Thursday, we will be, coast to coast. That one's going to be a foul, shoots free. Free throws coming up. Thursday, we'll be at Warner High School for the Spyro doubleheader to recognize Miss Ella LaBounty from Class 2A, one of the softball All-Staters and award finalists. Friday, we'll have dual coverage as anticipated. We'll be at the Trey Young Center and then head to Preston, Oklahoma to recognize Mr. Caden Dean, the 2A Humvee Baseball Player of the Year. And Saturday, we'll wrap up coverage likely for most of the rest of the year, but not quite. And we will be Saturday at Yukon High School for day 2 of the Sickle Cell Showcase, the SOS. Don't think any games are scheduled for next Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. Obviously, Christmas and Christmas Day, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day are going to be out. But I do believe that we do have a tournament we will flex some coverage on for Bertha Teague that ties into the end of the year. And then it'll be back in 2025. Anticipate having a very loaded schedule this year, covering basketball games, invitational tournaments, and doing softball and baseball player award presentations. Pass was perfectly timed and read. He scouted that one and played possum on him, is what he did. To the hoop, scores. So the steal, assist, and shot. 8-point lead, 9-point lead, largest of the game for the Bullfrogs. 3:33 remains before halftime. Whips the pass back over. Back top of the key. Resets the play. Both teams had, the girls and the boys, like to put the point guard all the way back almost at half court. He's a little bit more shallow than his counterpart on the female team, but pretty much right where his foot hit, that's where they've been setting their plays up, right back there, just about 2 feet away from half court. Definitely spreading the court. There is a huge gap right over here. You can see just nothing but space. Somebody did a backdoor cut and lofting pass. It would have been free sailing all the way to the hoop. 2:44 to go. 3 fouls in the quarter against Thackerville. Takes the layup in easily, nicely done. And it is an 11-point lead for the Bullfrogs. Pass over. Tries to dribble, can't quite post up. Wants to do a backdoor cut or mount up to 14. So he, timed it again. That's the 5th steal. Double steal. So good for you, young man. Timeout call, Thackerville. 2:05 remains. 25-14, Mill Creek. You are watching Prep Nation TV coverage. Doubleheader action, Class B basketball at the home of the Bullfrogs, Mill Creek High School. Fast pace, quick, frantic, frenetic, constantly in motion. Both teams very elite, very athletic, definitely trying to set oftentimes pick and rolls. Not really that type of game. They're going to have to work on cuts and backdoor kickouts and then just do old-fashioned post-up and head to the paint. There is a huge gap again here on the backside. If I was 14, I would try to just dart and cut right through, try to see if I couldn't get a backdoor pass. Runs it, collapses on the double team. Jump shot, top of the key, no good. Gets the rebound, second shot opportunity for Thackerville, 1:30 to go. Touches it over on the one-handed pass. Shot is no good. And just like that, 2 shot opportunities arrive. Bam. All the way into the paint again. Going to try to retrieve it. Can't save it. So the back-to-back turnovers make that 3 in a row. And 4 almost. Oh, it's going to be a bad pass. Well, I like the idea. He did too much juice on it. Didn't anticipate the player coming that close. Substitution for both teams. This is odd number 3 for both coming on the court. 12 and 10 respectively will leave. Number 20 also on the floor for Thackerville. And that'll put number 11 back on the bench for the Wildcats. 1:03 remains here in the second quarter. It is an 11-point lead. So Wildcats will slow it down to end the quarter. It's been amazing how much of the game has been played outside the paint. With the exception of steals and layups, much of the game has been outside the perimeter and right at the free throw line. There is just really not much action going on in the paint. 22 and a half seconds to go. They'll reset the play. 3 fouls against Thackerville, so both teams doing exceptionally well on fouls. Timeout used each quarter for the teams. Not Mill Creek first, Thackerville second quarter, even there as well. But it has been a huge offensive performance by Mill Creek. Posts up, heads to the paint, pulls back, blocked from behind. However, it does get body, so we'll shoot 2. Free throw is good. So trims it to 10. I apologize. We didn't hit the button often enough there. 1 point behind. Gets the rebound. Second shot. He makes that one count. So make it 3 points from the free. Whoa! That one was a hot shot. So in effect, Thackerville gets a 3-point play. It's not often that you get 3 shots from the foul line, and it's not foul shots each time. But he didn't have to do anything other than just stand right there at the free throw line and fire away again. They have to really go quick. Not going to be able to get it off. All right, your score at halftime. Mill Creek 25, Thackerville 17. You're watching PNTV. Third quarter about to get underway. Bullfrogs led by as many as 11. Leads twice were dropped to 2 points. Otherwise, they have been in control much of the first and all of the second quarter. Thackerville girls were victorious 30-22 over Mill Creek, so the boys trying to salvage the split for the doubleheader Class B matchup here tonight. Just a reminder, tomorrow we will be at Ripley High School for the Morrison-Ripley doubleheader games, and we will be issuing a Lifetime Achievement Award for head coach Donnie Hoffman. So make sure to check that out. Rebound, putback, score it, and potential three-point play coming up. And no good. Rebound. Second shot, no good. Rebound number 3. Wisely clears out the lane, passes it, dishes off, assist, and jump shot. Just like that, down to a 4-point lead. We're going to have a reach-in foul on the point guards guarding each other. That's going to go against number 1, so we'll kick it over here to the bottom of the board and restart. So it'll be a busy week for Prep Nation if you're following and want to follow. If you don't care, you don't care. But if you want to watch, we'll be in Ripley tomorrow night. We'll be in Warner Thursday night. Friday we'll be in Norman and Preston. And Saturday at UConn. And if you're a fan of big league, big-time basketball, you're going to want to tune in and watch some of the games Friday and Saturday for the SOS Showcase. There will be some of the best players in the state and surrounding tri-state area. And if you're not familiar with Grind and Life Prep Academy, both of those potential powerhouses in the making for charter schools in the metro area. There'll be some schools from Texas and a couple of others. I can't remember if it was Missouri or Arkansas. I think there was a couple from Arkansas. But Weatherford, the heir apparent and favorite once again to win 4A, lost a heartbreaker to Douglas last spring in one of the best boys basketball games I think I've ever seen. So Hughes will be at the line to shoot. 7:06 remains. Just like that, in less than a minute, 54 seconds of game time, Thackerville has already picked up 3 fouls. First free throw is good. And gets the backdrop. Back to a 7-point lead. Pushes off. Can't get anything going to post up. Like I said, a lot of this game has pretty much been fought outside the perimeter. Usually the more physical teams try to really punch it in and really put the weight and height advantages. But teams are very comparable in their height matchups. And so not really a huge advantage to go in the paint unless you got an open path, and you can see how quickly they close. Oh, nice pass. Awesome pass. That's very similar to a cue shot on a pool table. I mean, that had some English on it. Back to a 9-point lead. And trims that again to 7. Yeah, he traveled. It's been a relatively quick-paced and even flow game. Not a lot of timeouts, only one used each team. And the limited amount of fouls that have put them up at the free throw line have pretty much been the only breaks other than intermissions. Teams are just going and running and gunning. Block shot. Players out on the pass, takes it to the hoop, and just off the mark. Hughes puts the second shot back up. He's fouled. He will be at the free throw line to shoot a pair. I'd like to once again thank WellWorks, our award sponsor for Mr. Samuel Harcrow, and Pittman Oil and Gas Company, the Snack Shack in Mill Creek, Oklahoma, our broadcast and highlight sponsor for today's Class B matchups. And back-to-back buckets. So if the trend continues, we've had 4 consecutive scores. Definitely been a tit-for-tat affair here in the third quarter. It is just amazing. There is nobody going into the paint unless they're getting a layup. This entire game's being played outside the perimeter and way, way off half-court line. And just like that, he's like, nope, going to the paint. Offensive foul call. Well, there's one player that wants the ball in the paint. That's for sure. We're going to have a reach check foul, number 10. Third foul of the quarter against Mill Creek. 5:02 remains, 32-23. No foul on the call. Possession will be maintained by the Wildcats. And steals it. To the hoop he goes. Oh, misses the layup. However, is fouled. 2 free throws coming. Closing speed is insane for both teams. They're very explosive, very quick, and not a lot of wasted energy. Back to a double-digit lead now for Mill Creek. Misses it. Hunter Hughes with the rebound and putback. Timeout called Thackerville. Double-digit lead once again, 35-23. Largest of the game for Mill Creek at 12. You're watching Prep Nation TV coverage Class B action here at Mill Creek High School, the home of the Bullfrogs. Nicely done. Adept and swift. Largest lead of the game, 14 points. Halfway through the third quarter. And stolen. He's got it. Coast to coast. Takes it home. So the Steels plagued Mill Creek girls in their game, and similar result this time against Thackerville boys. They are really setting up Mill Creek with a lot of layups and 2-on-1, 3-on-1, 3-on-2 breaks. Substitution for the Wildcats. Number 1 will head to the floor. I believe number 3 heads to the bench. 3:33 remaining in the third quarter. This is the largest lead of the game. It's exponentially increased from 2 all the way to 16. Thackerville had it down to 2 twice in the first quarter. They got it to 6 momentarily here in the third. Jump shot, three-pointer is nothing but net. I mean, you can't defend that. He was 2-3 feet outside the arc. You're properly positioned inside so that you don't get the contact foul and give him the extra free throw. Going to have to definitely start utilizing some pump fakes on those passes. Mill Creek really dialed in now and getting the read and the jump on them. Another timeout, I believe, called by Thackerville, and probably a pretty good timeout. This has really gotten away from them in the third quarter. It is a 19-point lead, 42-23. Mill Creek called the first time out of the game in the first, in large part to kind of stymie a brief rally by Thackerville. And since then, they have forced the Wildcats into burning 3 timeouts in the first half. And second half now. 5 fouls as well. 3 on Mill Creek, 5 for Thackerville, so keep an eye on that. Rest of the quarter, we will have automatic fouls. And free throws coming up. Mill Creek trying to get a 20-point lead. Kind of a similar game with Asher this past weekend that we covered. It was very competitive through a quarter and a little more of the second, and then Indians just quit scoring. In this particular case, it was competitive halfway through the first quarter, halfway through the third quarter. And other than that, it has been an avalanche of steals, layups, and three-point daggers, with Mill Creek firmly in control now here with a 19-point lead. Wide open at the 3 spot. Power forward has spent most of the game all the way out. You can see he's just about a half a foot, and that's what you're going to have to do. Take advantage of spotting, because there are a lot of double teaming going on, and I've been surprised that there haven't been more junk points in the paint. Too heavy on the pass, turnover. Pump fakes, rolls, shot is no good. Rebound, and they'll bring it back up the other way. Inside of 2 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Oh, fakeroo. I don't know what they were thinking, but he took an extra long stride and right around both of them. And a turnover. Coach is going to make a substitution on that one. That's back-to-back really bad passes. Not piling on the young man, but there's nobody probably within 3 or 4 feet of where that one landed. And gets the roll. So they do it. 21-point lead now. It's hard to defend someone that's 6'3", 6'5", range, long, lanky, fast, quick, explosive, got good jump and leaping ability. Hughes, a multi-position player in baseball, some shortstop and some pitching, and he kind of acts as a quasi-power forward more than a traditional center. 33 kind of does the same thing, though, to be honest. Oh, beautiful post. Spin pivot shot is good. So you kind of have 3 players that are hybrid players, 13, 33, and 40 for the Bullfrogs, sorry. that kind of play a combination of forward, power forward, small forward, and center. And they don't traditionally just stay in the same exact spots. 13 will head to the bench. He obviously does some ball handling and acts more of a guard forward, small forward, but it's a tough tandem to defend when you got 40 and 13 that can both match up inside, outside, stretch it. They can shoot for three. They can penetrate the lane. They rebound fairly well and have really good instincts for guessing where the ball is going to fall and snag it quickly. 33, 13, 40. And I'm trying to think if there was one other player that made the all-tournament team. I believe there was. So my apologies if I get the wrong player on the final combo. But I think we had 33, 40, 13, and possibly number 10 was on the Coleman Christmas tournament team. Inside of 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. It has been a huge, huge offensive explosion for the Bullfrogs. Pump fake, turns around, fires, can't get it, rebound. Here come yet again another Bullfrog explosion, perhaps to end the quarter. Pump fake, kicks it out, wide open on the two, nails it, and they hit 50 points. Oh, nice. Are you not entertained? We had an almost full court shot made at Coleman, I believe, on Friday, if I remember correctly. It's about 10 feet in, last post-up box at the free throw, and he pretty much sailed it right in as a buzzer beater. Your score through three, 50-29, PNTV. Fourth and final quarter coming up. All right, Bullfrogs kick it in, fourth quarter officially underway. To the hoop and scores. Getting with a nice little backdoor cut. And posts up, man's up, makes them think they're going to go pass, and instead uses the big man in the paint to pretty much lock up the defender and fingertip roll, and it is good. Yet again, largest lead of the game. Backdoor cut, just misses the lob. The putback, though, is good, and Patton gets the score. 6:49. So this game definitely got away from Thackerville about 3 minutes into the third quarter. They had a nice little run and push the first 2 minutes, cut the lead to 6, and then it has been all Mill Creek since then. 25-point lead on the verge of doubling up, perhaps, in a 30-point victory here. Very impressive performance in back-to-back games that we have covered. Just so happens the luck of the draw, the way we scheduled the award presentation, that we covered them on Saturday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and then again on Monday as well. To the hoop, can't get it. It's very rare, as most of you that have followed us, that we very rarely cover the same team 4 times in a row. Misses the jump shot. Hughes gets it, puts it back up. He's going to draw the foul. Misses the shot, though. A little disappointed that he isn't able to get perhaps a 3-point play. About the only criticism you can really make is that Mill Creek has left a lot of points at the charity line with missed free throws. And really, other than that, they pretty much played fundamentally sound basketball. They execute a really kind of dumpster dive on you. You think they're going to set a pick and roll, and instead they just cyclone you in reverse and just kind of cave in the paint. And you think you're coming all the way, then they just stop, put a little mid-range jumper up, and bam, another steal. And inside of 6 minutes to go. So the teams are going to split the pairing. Bragging rights go to the Thackerville girls. Victoria's 30-22. And the boys from Mill Creek will split the series and take home the final game of the evening. And here we go, part 2. Back to the hoop. Another foul, another free throws coming up. All eyes are on Wilson Henrietta. If you haven't seen the quantum physics lineup of brothers, very, very rare that you have more than 2 brothers that play on the same squad. Extremely rare to have 3, almost unheard of to have 4, and that is where Wilson Henrietta finds himself this season, and probably played one of the best near flawless games that I have covered in 10 years of doing this full time in Oklahoma. Just played possessed to easily defeat Calumet and hand them their first loss of the season and back-to-back seasons as well, where their only loss of the year came in the championship game. And that one just off the mark. So everybody looking to topple Wilson Henrietta. They kind of took the top dog spot from Fort Cobb, Broxton, and Surreal. Calumet trying to punch through. They've been a runner-up 3 consecutive seasons in baseball, been a runner-up 2 consecutive seasons in basketball, and just unable to punch through. They've had a variety of matchups on the hard court. It's been Fort Cobb, Broxton, their nemesis in baseball, though. Mill Creek, a state quarterfinalist in baseball this year. They were a semifinalist as well prior to that. Aspirations of possibly making it to the new, bigger house. 5:08 remains in the 4th and final quarter. I will give Thackerville credit. They could have easily laid down and just capitulated. They're still hustling. They're still going at it. Bad pass, but they're definitely hustling, and they have not let up. They're quick and nimble as well. Just not quite as fluid on the passing and execution of their plays. Substitution for Thackerville. 11 goes to the bench. 5 on the floor. Post up in the paint. Shot is off the mark. Rare instance of an absolute air ball for Mill Creek. Oh, beautiful stroke. Absolutely nice shot. Nice jumper by Hinton. Perfect arch and just led that ball from start to finish. Well, I don't know if they're going to double up and get a 30-point lead to 40, but this has been very surprising. They did hit the 30 marker. They're at 32 and counting right now. But this game was anybody's ball game early. There were 2 times that we were tied or had a 2-point lead only for Mill Creek. Actually, 3 total instances where we were tied 2-2, then 4-2. It was initially 2-0 tied and then 4-2 again. But it never got closer than 6. And that was the full-scale fire sale alert. So we've got a fresh set of players coming in. So 4 of the 5 that are leaving. And in turn, we're going to have 2 Bullfrogs leave the floor. So right now, original starters on the floor. There are 3 of them actually, 13, 40, and number 10. Patton at their free throw line. Misses them both, however, gets the rebound, puts it up, and nails it. Well, how about that? Nicely done, Mr. Bryson Allen. And here they come again. He's going to pass that into the paint. Oh, wide open. Beautiful pass. The putback is good. I think he didn't expect it quite that hot and just missed it with a fingertip touch. Well, I said earlier I didn't think they were going to double them up. And they're now 3 points away from an absolute annihilation here. Correction, 4 points away from a 40-point lead. They have doubled them up. I want to correct that. I didn't think that they were going to be able to get to a 40-point lead. Didn't think that they would double their score, but they've managed to do one of the two and may very well end up doing both. Basketball, more than any other game, is ebb and flow, but it is all about momentum. Sometimes some teams just go inexplicably cold, kind of like a batter's slump or a sophomore season slump. And starters come off the floor with a round of applause from the local Bullfrog Nation. Unfortunately, Thackerville had lots of energy, had lots of opportunities. They just didn't quite match them up. Kind of that's a microcosm of the game right there. Could have been an over-under call there, but lets it go. Top of the key, way back again, wide open at the free throw line. Number 14 had a couple opportunities to get a backdoor cut. Kicks it back top of the key, whips it over to the perimeter, outside in the paint, posts up, wide open there, drives, dribbles, kicks it back out. Jump shot is on its way, no good. Rebound, Thackerville. And now down to 2:30 and change. The conclusion of this game, we'll have another highlight reel up. Check it out. And then we will see you tomorrow at Ripley High School for Ripley versus Morrison. Been a while since we've covered them. Down to 2 minutes to go. So Bullfrogs reserves have been pretty aggressive coming in. That's the most patient I've seen them yet. We got so they're kind of free clocking it. This is what you see sometimes in 11-man football when it's an absolute blowout and they're not allowed to call it a mercy rule. We got a running clock, and I agree with it. Oh my gosh, he was wide open. Jump shot is on its way. Nice three-pointer, young man. All right, well, that's going to keep them from doubling them up. So now we'll see if they can cut this 30-point lead from 33 and trim it maybe to 29. 55 seconds to go. I like the way the reserves have hustled. Both teams have come in, and where some games turn into a foul fest or just one jacked miss shot, both teams are still scoring. They're still passing, rebounding, setting up the plays, running the offense. That's what you want to see with your reserves. And I have yet to see any championship team that rolls into districts, regionals, areas, and the state playoffs that is 5 deep. To the hoop scores. It's imperative to get skill, set, complementary role players, and to have a deep bench. 16 seconds to go. Turnover. It's going to be Mill Creek ball. That should be the final play of the game after they kick it in. They stop the clock back at 10 seconds. They're going to slowly walk it across midcourt, and the second that they do that should just be holding it, and that's your ball game. 67-32 is the final score. Thank you for tuning in. Prep Nation TV coverage and all-state issuing belt night for Sam Hargrove. That's your final score. It is 67-32 Bullfrogs. Thank you for watching PNTV.
Squeeze behind you guys here real quick if you don't mind. Thank you. Well, you guys did a good job tonight.
Well,
nobody seemed to lose their religion, which is almost unheard of.
Well, we're all preachers, that's why.